Good morning, and good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to another video where I help you heal after toxic love. My name is Denise Dominguez, and I help strong women coming out of toxic relationships move past frustration, doubt, and fear to confidently have new and healthy relationships. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the warning signs of narcissism, and I'm going to also connect the dots for you between the levels of narcissism up into sociopath and to psychopath. We're going to talk about Dirty John. Have you seen the Dirty John Netflix series? It's one series. I think it's like 8 episodes. I'm going to talk to you about that because there's so many obvious things going on in that. And I want to share that with you. So please remember to smash that like button if you like these videos, if you like the content and the value that I'm showing up with for you. I'd love to hear from you as always. So please put in the comments what topics you'd like me to cover or your story about a similar situation of Dirty John or any of the videos that I share. And please always remember to subscribe to my channel. It gives me, I'm just so honored that you subscribe. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so Dirty John. It is, if you haven't watched it, look up the trailer on YouTube. It is a Netflix series about a highly successful woman who I believe she's an interior design, and her life is perfect except for one thing, right? Can you guess what that one thing is? Yeah. She's alone. She doesn't have the love of her life. She doesn't have a partner in life, and she was seeking a partner. So that's clue number one. When you don't have something in life, whether that's a relationship or money or an object like a house or a car, and you're so desperate, like you're just clawing at trying to get it, what happens is when we come from a desperate energy, then the results are really, really bad. So her life is perfect. She's just missing that one thing, the love of her life. She meets this man. He's a doctor, and he sweeps her off her feet. So there's a lot of things in the interviews. Her name is Debra Newell. There's a lot of things in the interviews that she says that I recognize and know and share with you guys on social media and these YouTube videos of what to look for, okay? When somebody sweeps you off your feet, okay, this is the love bombing process. This is the too much too soon. He wanted to get, well, they did get married after 2 months of being together. That's love bombing. Even mentioning marriage after 2 months of being together. And unfortunately, there's a lot of criticism around this woman who she's been called a blonde bimbo and she's stupid and she's this and that. And listen, you guys, that's not fair. You cannot judge somebody unless you've walked in their shoes. So before you are so quick to judge her situation, you must have some compassion and empathy for this woman. She has 4 kids. She never meant to put her kids in danger. So look at it from a different perspective, okay? So 2 months after being together, they get married. And then after they get married, she finds out all this stuff. Now, one of the episodes that I was watching, there's 8 episodes, like I said. One of the episodes that I was watching was John's father, who clearly was a psychopath himself. And when you hear this story, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm watching this episode, so I'm in and out of my office. My fiance is watching this show. I really didn't know what it was about. Dirty John, I didn't know what it was about. Kind of looked like mafia-ish, whatever. I'm not really watching it, but I get done with whatever I was doing. I sit down next to my fiance, and I'm watching this, and it's this little boy. He's about 10. He's eating tacos with his father, and the father hands him a piece of glass, a clear piece of glass, like off of a Coke bottle or something like that. And he hands it to him. And like I said, I'm not really watching it, but I'm getting the gist of it. The little boy looks around, puts the piece of glass in his taco, and he's eating the taco. So at first I think, oh my God, the father is like abusing him. Like holy shit, this is terrible. But what's happening in reality is the father's scamming, I guess the restaurant are scamming. So him and the little boy are in this, well, clearly the little boy was manipulated and controlled, but they're in this together. So it is a form of abuse, absolutely. But what I'm saying is that they had a plan. So he eats the taco, and he eats the glass, and he's bleeding, and all the taco stuff comes up with blood, right? So then I'm like, oh God, I can't watch this. I walk away. Well, then another scene. So I walked away, I come back, and another scene is this same little boy and I presume his sister are cleaning up the whatever it was. They played bingo or casino, I don't know. And they're cleaning up the tables, and she's emptying the ashtrays, and the little boy's sitting at the bar, and he's like reading a book or something, or doing his homework or something, I don't know. And the little girl looks at him and she's like, hello, are you going to help me? And we're supposed to be doing this together. And he says, well, I already did my part, or whatever, you could do the rest. So she continues to clean. So now they go back to their dad's office, right? And I guess the dad was going to pay them for helping around the business, cleaning and stuff. So the dad says, did you get everything done? He's speaking to both of them, the two siblings, the little boy and the little girl. And he says, did you get everything done? And the little boy says, oh yeah, we got everything done. Everything's complete. And the little girl looks at him like really? And the dad says, what's the matter? What happened? He didn't help you? Or he says something like that. And the little girl is like, no, I had to do it all. So then the father walks over to the couch. So just visualize the little girl sitting here, the little boy sitting here. The dad now sits in the middle between them, right? And he pulls out money and he says to the little girl, here's $20 for you, right? Kind of like praising her, like you did a good job. And here's $20 for you, for the little boy. And so the daughter's like, what? Like, how is he getting this? Her face expression was like, how is he getting the same amount of money when I did all the work? And then the dad puts $10 down for the little girl. Here's $10 for you, like he's going to give her $30, right, for helping. And then he takes away the $20 and he says, that's what you get for tattling. Oh my God. I literally said to my fiance, that's how narcissism is created. Right there is the perfect example of how children that grow up to be narcissistic people are created right there. The favoritism, right? The deception, showing them the lies, showing them how to be mean to their own sibling for no reason. Okay, there's so much in that scene that I was like, oh my gosh, that is how, and at that point, when I was watching the show, I didn't know that he turns out to be a psychopath. I didn't know that at that time. But I said to my fiance, that is a perfect example of how narcissism is created in children to grow up to be adults. One of the examples, okay? So then as I'm watching it, Dirty John turns out to be a psychopath, right? So he, like I said, marries this woman, Debra Newell, who's highly successful. She lives in Newport Beach, California. Highly successful in her business. Her life is perfect. She's just missing one thing, and that is, the love of her life. And that's also one of the reasons why somebody could be, when somebody comes in and they're so just everything that you've ever asked for, and these people know what you want. They know. So he was making her breakfast every morning. He was just this. He was just the perfect guy. He was just the perfect guy. But he always had, so he didn't have a job. He was a drug user, and so as it goes on in their marriage, she starts to find out these things, and then her kids hire a private investigator, and they find out he's got many IDs, identifications. They find out that, X, Y, and Z. And I don't want to spoil the end for you. Definitely, please watch this series. It's amazing. But there's 2 points to this video that I want to share with you. I've already gone 10 minutes. Okay. The first point is when you watch those scenes of him as a little boy, that is the beginning of the narcissistic personality disorder being implanted in this child's head. Now, the way I see it, and again, just like it says in the disclaimer, I am not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, I am a healer. The way I see it is there's narcissism, and there's different levels within the container of narcissism, okay? But when you step up from narcissism, there's sociopath, and then a step up from that is psychopath. So that's the first thing that I want you to see with this show, with the series. It's on Netflix, like I said. I think you can even watch it on YouTube. Look it up on YouTube and see if you can. But that's the beginning, that scene that I told you about. But clearly his father's a psychopath. And so he literally just passes on all of those psychopathic traits to his son. The daughter does not turn out to be, the show doesn't show her to be a narcissist or a psychopath or a sociopath. She does show compassion at the end. She's not shown for a long period of time, and then she is shown at the very last episode. But she does show compassion and empathy for a stranger. So it doesn't appear that she is any of those things. She truly is the victim in this story. So that's the first thing that I want you to see is this is, and sometimes parents create narcissistic children unknowingly, like that spoiled child that they just love so much. They just wanted to give them, maybe you grew up really poor, you grew up really wanting things, and so you have a child and you're able to do that. So you just spoil. You put your child on a pedestal. That's another way of creating narcissistic people, personality disorder. And then the other thing that I wanted you to see about this series is her, Debra Newell, and to have compassion and empathy for her, and to know that there's a lot of highly successful women out there who rock it. I mean, confidence-wise, showing up, financial, all of those things in her career. But when it comes to relationships and her love life, she just can't seem to get it right. She just keeps failing at relationships. Sometimes that's just romantic relationships. Sometimes that's relationships around her, maybe with her family and stuff. But that's the other thing that I wanted you to get, is that you're rocking it out in your business or your job. Maybe you're a CEO, you're a woman, you're a CEO, you're the president. You're just killing it in your bank account. You're killing it in your career or your business. But when it comes to relationships, you're just like, where is the missing piece? I don't get it. And you may be attracting these narcissistic people. You keep dating these narcissistic people. I can see the fuzz balls on the video, and I'm like, it's bothering me. If that's you and you're watching this, I invite you to click on the link in the description that I'm going to provide for you, which is my 5-step guide to finding true love after toxic love. And this is what it looks like. It'll come to you in a PDF, but this is what it looks like, okay? 5 steps to finding true love after toxic love. That is my specialty, ladies. I was in a 22-year toxic relationship with a narcissistic man, the overt, the grandiose narcissistic personality. And After 22 years leaving that relationship and moving 3 states away with nothing but a futon couch and an air mattress, and coming here to North Carolina and rebuilding my life and rebuilding myself, right? So I had to heal myself. I had to heal from that experience, and I'm still healing. So I'm not completely healed. There's some stuff still, but as far as relationships, I've got that covered. So in this PDF that will be sent to you, this is what it looks like, okay? And in this, it has a little bit why the 5 steps. I explain to you why 5 steps, a little bit about me, and then I go into the steps of getting what you want to have after toxic love. There's a whole process that you need to go through. No, it doesn't take 10 years of therapy or anything like that, and then I give you some extra questions on the back for you to fill out just to answer. This is all about you, my love. And I also want you to know, like, there's nothing, absolutely nothing for you to feel ashamed about or to feel guilty about. It just is. And once you get into your healing journey and you start having the pieces of the puzzle put together for you, and the aha moments just keep, okay, got it. It's literally, this is why I describe it like this. It's literally the puzzle that was in shambles prior. Now the pieces are being put together and you're just looking at it going, okay, I can see the image now. I can see so clearly now, right? Because you're healing and going through your healing process. So that's what I'm going to leave for you in the description. It is a PDF, 5 steps to finding true love after toxic love. Free. You just put your email and your name and you'll get it in your email. And I look forward to hearing like how this helped you. The answers are in the questions. And that's why you'll find that I ask a lot of questions, because the answers are in the questions. So keep answering those questions and keep working on you. I promise you it's going to get better. I promise you. If this girl can sit here and say, after 22 years, 2 children we have together, after 22 years of being in a narcissistic relationship, narcissistic abuse, traumas after traumas, it's in the book, dramas, repeated over and over, and can sit here and say, you can do it too, then it's on the internet. It's gotta be true. All right, everybody, I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please smash that like button if you like this. And as always, I love to hear from you. So please share your story of us, what you've gone through in the comments, or advice, because here's the thing about you sharing, you're helping somebody else. Somebody around the world is going to read your comment and they are going to resonate with what you say and they're going to connect to it and it's going to help somebody else. So I love to hear from you, but also everybody around the world wants to hear from you too. So share in the comments below. Okay. I love you.